We're all going to Vanguard Studios to get creative inspiration and to check out what's happening on the stove repair or refurbish. So it should be fun. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Here with my great friend, Michael Nolte, and we're at Vanguard Studios. Michael's an artist and a sculptor. We're gonna restore this eagle we won at auction. This eagle stove has a pedigree back to George Washington. We're gonna try to prove that later, but this is just part of the process. So what we're thinking is you don't wanna destroy the value of an antiquity, but we wanna make this thing last another 1,000 years. This is part of our history. This has probably warmed the hands of George Washington. So
we're gonna put this tail section and weld this piece back on. And once that's welded back on, all this detail is going to be carved back into the cast iron. Cast iron of this time period was made specifically for farmers. It was designed to be repaired. So we're going to repair it just like they would have.
We've been trying to figure out what's the front, what's the back, what all these holes mean. We've figured out mostly that this is a stay to hold the thing together. That's a stay to hold the thing together. This is the back. We're still trying to figure out what the vent is. There was something here. There had to be. We're deciding what we're going to do with that. And then there was a gate or a vent or something there. We're pretty sure that there was an emblem, probably a Masonic symbol, something really cool. Who knows what we're going to end up doing there? It might just say Vanguard Studio at the end of the day.
And based solely on the fact that this is a shell.
Yeah.
We suspect that this may be a figure of Venus. And we're going to find out why Venus is pointing and what Venus is pointing at.
So this is Vanguard. It's just one of the most awesome places. When I'm feeling down, I got a meeting downtown, I come here just for a recharge. It's a bronze foundry, and I guess now an aluminum foundry too, apparently.
Art foundry.
This lets them know if a window's broken right there. That's a 100-year-old plant. There's a rake tree, a couple tables. If you want some crazy art, this is the place to come. There's a great white shark.
Here's Badger Head.
Badger Head? Oh yeah. How's that coming? Oh my gosh. So this is going to be at the University of Wisconsin. Yeah. Where will it be exactly?
It's by the stadium. We don't know exactly. By the stadium.
That.
Giant Badger Head.
Making a giant Badger Head.
You got the badger out here, the whole badger, the rest of the badger.
Oh yeah. This is another cool area. Whoa. There's a giant badger. So it's like made so kids can crawl on it or something?
Right. And there's the bronze parts going to become a bronze. That one's fiberglass. It's going to become a bronze.
They can only pour bronze in such a big piece.
Harry Whitehorse is the artist.
Well-known Madison artist.
Yeah. Badger claws.
Nice. Those things are going to shred some Ohio State Buckeyes. Here's the bronze foundry. This is the casting crucible. They get everything burning hot in there. Where are those ingots? So there's bronze ingots. They melt them down. Melt down the bronze ingots and you can make anything you want.
Here, aluminum.
Nice. An aluminum ingot. Nice. And that probably weighs half of what a bronze ingot weighs. Right? What weighs more, a pound of bronze or a pound of aluminum? Here's the foundry dog. Crazy piece of driftwood turned into a dog.
Stay.
He listens very well. That's the only command he responds to, though. And then, here's Michael's studio.
It exemplifies the theory of Helmut Kettelmann, who believed that he found the scientific basis for creativity. He's a medical doctor, and he believes that creativity arises when the intraneural spaces of the brain become too filled up with the chemicals that comprise thought. So when you have a thought, it sends out a chemical signal, and not all of those chemicals are needed to fit into all the receptors. So there's always extra, so they're reabsorbed into those intraneural spaces, so they're available to leak into your common thoughts. Now here I started. started to take apart typewriters, and I found these really cool wing shapes from typewriters, so I started to make it into an insect.
Isn't that just cool?
Okay, so now we're talking about major repairs to the Eagle. A lot of cleaning up of the other parts and conditioning them or treating them, but this actually needs to be repaired. The tail is actually fractured off. Luckily, before it was heated up to weld the iron, they figured out here at Vanguard Studios that it's actually lead. So that would
pewter.
could be pewter.
Pewter has a lot of lead in it.
Oh, this is almost like soldering like copper pipes.
Similar. So these pieces, it didn't actually break. These were all a bunch of pieces that have been soldered together, and the original solder
Just
line
kind
was
of,
very thin, and when it apparently got bumped or dropped or something,
and that's just again like a brass brush or bronze brush.
it's stainless steel. So like when you're welding, it's important to be clean, but with soldering, cleanliness is imperative.
Why?
Because the stuff won't flow, it creates gas bubbles, you get inclusions.
We're doing a little bit at a time and then letting it get cold.
Why?
Because it's melted at such a low temperature.
Because I don't want the tail or the other part to like turn into a puddle of liquid. So it gets cold and then I can just concentrate right on that joint